So I'll give you one advice that when you are working in these kinds of companies with a huge with an administrative setup like this, always try to show them that how much of money you are saving them. That is what matters to most. Don't wait for the placement season. I am just telling you this fact. If you are waiting the placement season, you will be burdening yourself only. So try as much as possible, get an internship in the internship season in the third year. Don't wait for the placement season. I am just telling you this fact.
Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of Skilled Sapiens. I'm your host, Himanshi Singh, and today you are tuning into something truly special. We have our guest today, Mr. Arkaprovo Acharya, who is a PPO holder in ITC. And hi, sir. Welcome on board. And also, he's a graduate from IEEE Jadavpur University. So, hi, Arko.
Hello everyone. So I am Arkaprovo Acharya. Actually, I'm a fourth year electrical engineering student in Jadavpur University. So I have graduated. I will be graduating this year in 2024, and I have already got a PPO at ITC Limited. So today I will be sharing my experiences regarding how my tenure of internship went in ITC, what I learned from it, and of course I will also ensure that you all get to know so that in coming days you can perform up to the mark.
Okay, so, Arkaprovo, first of all, congratulations on securing such pre-placement offer. And can you share the
Thank you.
facts and qualities of yours that you think that led you to that PPO?
Yeah, so the most important quality which any intern should possess, which I feel is that hardworking. He should be hardworking. So ITC, a company like ITC, what they want to test out of you is that they are giving you that PPO means that they are recruiting you finally. So a job like in a core company, what it demands is that you have to be updating your skills every day. So to update your skills, like what you learn in a curriculum, that is not what you will be doing in your job in a core company.
Yeah.
So to update your skills, you have to learn continuously. And to learn continuously, you have to be hardworking. So that is what ITC wants to test out of you. So the first quality which ITC will look into you is hardworking, how hardworking you are. And the second thing which ITC looks into you is that how much consistent you are. Like both these terms, somehow, somewhere there is a relationship between them, but I am mentioning them separately. I one thing which was stressed highly during my interview was that what was my class 10 marks, what was my class 12 marks, how I performed in college in the different semesters. Because a company like ITC, they don't like the vision of IT is not short term, like 3 or 5 years. They look at you at a long term basis. And companies like these, since they look at you on a long term basis, they will be seeing what all qualities you have, so that it can help them in the long run. So always I will say that two qualities, that one is hardworkingness and another is consistency. So keep these two qualities in you from the very basics of your college life.
Okay. I truly agree with those 2 points, hard work and consistency. I believe to all the folks out there, if you're hardworking and consistency, you know that is the key to the success, as mentioned everywhere out there. Every day you must have been reading a quote which says that a consistency is the key to success. So yet, yes, it is.
Yeah,
And Arco Provo is like
absolutely.
one of the examples of those things sitting in front of you and telling you all the facts, so you should intake all these insights, absolutely. And how was your internship experience as a fresher, as a person with BTech background? You are from tech background. So what challenges did you
Yeah.
face during your internship, and how did you overcome them and excel them to take a PPO?
Yeah, so in my CV, the most important projects which I had, most of them had like machine learning and AI as their backbones. So as expected, I was quite expecting it. So when my project was given to me at ITC, it was a project which was based on machine learning, like data science and optimization point of view. And mind you, the type of projects which you do at in your college level, or which you learn throughout your course, those are not the kinds of projects which you get in a corporate world. So my
Yeah.
project that required like analyzing a lot of data which was a live data, like it was coming from the factory wherever I was working. So what I needed to do was that I had to like understand the data first, like how this data is getting collected, what are the things which are which are being taken into account while collecting the data, like the factors like environment, weather conditions, all these. Like you'll understand this when you are going for a core internship. So and then I had to like I had quite some understanding of machine learning, but still you will find one thing, that is the machine learning models which you use in college, those don't work in the industry. That is a very fun fact which we learned. So I had to learn newer models. I had to try out ensemble learning. You will learn that later when you are in the industry. So the hardships which I had to face, like I won't call them hardships, I would rather call them new learnings, right? So I had to learn a lot of new stuffs during my like this internship. And being a fresher, I had no experience as to what kind of like what are the norms which are in the presentation. Like say you are presenting your presentation in front of you're the vice president of a company, the vice president of ITC, and all other senior members are present in the meeting, and you're presenting in
Yeah.
class. So I was feeling a bit nervous again. You know that being a fresher, presenting
Exactly.
in front of professors is not the same as presenting in front of 10
True.
10 different senior people, right? So yeah, so these are some of the typical hardships which I have faced in the company. And if you call them hardships, they are hardships, but if you call them learning, they are the best of the learning examples,
I
right?
believe hardships during your work experience or during your internship phase are the learnings for your upcoming future to build your skills to upskill yourself. These are the
Right.
best learnings you could ever get
Absolutely
because
right.
practical learning is the base of, I believe, is the base of your whole learning concept. The moment you will start
Absolutely.
learning things practically, start learning from your own mistakes, people are pointing out would be the best thing for you. That would be the greatest learning of all. So, can you describe a specific project or accomplishment during your internship, like that you believe played a significant role in earning your PPO?
So yeah, one like when you are going for an internship in these companies, you will see that you have a, guide, and another one will be your like someone who is of your like just a senior age of you, right? So this person whom we used to call the friend, like someone was a friend of mine. So he was not a like no not I didn't know him personally or anything, but we used to call him a friend. But like I used to share everything
Okay.
of him, everything of mine with him. So this person, being in college, I was not very adept in making nice presentations. When you are presenting something to a
Yeah.
group of senior people, like these people, they have no idea about your project, right? They are just there to get to learn something from you. Like when you are doing the internship, don't think that they are testing you. Like they are giving you some amount of money for getting your services. So when you are giving your service to them, you have to present it in the way that they understand the situation completely. So making good presentations is a key to making them understand your viewpoints or your presentation.
Yeah.
So this person, this I won't take the name of the person, but that person helped me a lot in helping me make proper presentations. Like how he taught me, like when you are making a presentation, you shouldn't have too much of content in a single slide. You should how you should be spacing out your slides. How should be dividing your topic in between slides. How to use smart arts. I actually didn't have any idea when I was in college about presentations, the impact of presentations. And I believe that this art of presentation making, it will help me a lot in even my corporate life. And also another thing is that how like when I'm interacting with the different people out there,
Yeah.
like when you're working in a company, you will see that you a single department or a single person cannot give you all the details you need. You have to move to
Agreed.
different people for different
Agreed.
details. So
Yeah.
start developing one thing, one skill in yourself. That is the idea of communicating. You have to go ahead, talk to each person out there that, sir, I need this data out of you. So can you please help me out here? So they go up and approach each person. They will be ready to help you. I can assure you that. So these are two skills which I got out of ITC. Like the first one is communication. The second one is making presentations and communicating with senior managers.
Okay. So, how did you demonstrate your value and potential to the company, like during your internship leading to the offer of PPO? How?
So demonstrating my value, like I was in a project of data science. So yeah, in a company like ITC, it is a core company, right? It deals with different manufacturing process and FMCG. So
Yeah.
it doesn't have till now it doesn't have a dedicated division of data science.
Hmm.
So and I was one of the first interns who was allotted a project of data science. So
Hmm.
learning the new topics of data science from scratch, like I had a very like basic college level knowledge of data science. I was not, to be
Yeah.
honest, a very big passion about data science. I had just college level knowledge. So I learned from scratch about the advanced topics of data science, be it the different forms of neural network, ensemble learning. I used all of those concepts in my work, and then I learned about the entire manufacturing process. So I was in the tobacco division, so I had to learn about the different manufacturing process of the cigarette and the other. This was, mind you, this I was done in a generalized way. I couldn't I had been trained in the tobacco division, but they might give me some new project in the foods division also after my joining. So they had
Okay.
taught me in a very generalized way, and I had to learn the specific manners of how each why each process is being done at each level. So learning each process and demonstrating to them that you have learned it, and then using their knowledge and your own knowledge together to make some contribution. Like say when my project was on optimization, like optimizing the wastes. So before my project, the waste which was generated out of the tobacco was some 16%. And after my project, I had demonstrated in the demo of my project that using the results of my project, the waste came down to 9%. And that could have given that has been giving
Yeah.
ITC a benefit of some few hundred crores of rupees. And
Hmm.
that is a like you can see the stats of my project. I can share it also. It is giving ITC some crores of rupees. Like I had estimated the benefits to be 50 crores per annum, right? So that is a huge sum. So when I'm showing the senior managers that that my project is giving this impact of this amount, so they have to understand my value, right? So they will be understanding my value. So I'll give you one advice, that when you are working in these kinds of companies with a huge with an administrative setup like this, always try to show them that how much of money you are saving them. That is what matters to most matters the most to them. My guide at ITC also told me that, and I'm also saying you this, that whenever you're working in projects, try to find out the faults, like try to find out how you can optimize their balance sheet. That helps
Hmm.
them most. That helps you most in showing in your value.
Yeah. So what feedback and recognitions like you got from your colleagues, your bosses, your mentors that like indicated you that you're on the path of PPO? Like this is an interesting question. All the folks out there might be thinking,
Yeah.
okay, so my mentor said this, I think I might get a PPO. So what do you think that were the things that indicated that you might get a PPO or you didn't even got an
So
indication?
in ITC, what we had is that we had two review sessions. Like one was the mid review. My internship was of 2 months. So in the
Yeah.
first month, I had a mid review at the end of the first month, and at the end of the second month, I had a final review. So the mid review was also scheduled with some of the top officials, but not the vice president, but some of the top managers only, like
Okay.
the manager of the entire engineering at ITC. So he's also a very important guy inside this kind of a company. So with 6 or 7 of them, you have your mid review. So before the mid review, I was like my work was progressing very slowly. Actually, I was not getting much clues about where I can break through. Like my work was it was I wasn't getting the thrust. Like somewhere in between there was a barrier which I was not being able to break. So, but still during that first month also, I had learned quite a bit about the process of manufacturing. So during my mid review, the senior managers, they questioned me about my understanding of the my understanding of the procedure and my presentation skills. So my presentation skills were good enough, and my understanding of the procedure of manufacturing was superior according to them. So after the mid review, when I went to my guide, he said that, yeah, you are working very fine. I have spoken to the senior managers, and they have given a very positive review about you. So if you can complete most of the project on time, like the way you are doing it, then you are surely on the verge of getting a PPO. So that was one catch which I could get, that yeah, I am doing it okay. So my understanding is fine. So and when in these kinds of companies, they are basically trying also to train you for the future. Like if they will take you tomorrow, then today they are trying to train you. So when they are trying to train you, they will always test your knowledge on their procedure of manufacturing.
Yeah,
So since I
exactly.
had a great understanding of this procedure, so they said that yeah, you're doing it perfectly. So again, after a month, I had my end review, and before my end review, I went to the production manager. Like he was my superior at in that in my project scope. So he again also mentioned that yeah, your presentation is fine. You just need to present your ideas in a proper manner. And what is that? What is the matter in these companies that you have above you have your production manager, but you are working the data science division. So you have your data science manager also above you. So with a number of people above you, you have to keep your communication fine with all of them, right? If
Yeah,
you mess up with any one of them, then it's a
actually.
problem because all of their opinions are asked when after the end review.
Hmm.
So before the end review, I had taken the opinion of each one of them, and I got a very positive review about my work. So even before the end review, you can gauge your idea about if you will get a PPO or not by collecting the opinion of your seniors. Like the senior managers, they will see you only for 10 minutes or 15 minutes in your end presentation, right? But the
True.
people who are actually your bosses, they are seeing you for 2 months, so that
Yeah.
their opinion matters the most in the decision of whether you will get a PPO or not. So try
Okay.
to keep in terms with your boss and your seniors, so that will give you an enough idea.
Okay. So what according to you are the like key standouts of that a company notices in you, that how you showcase them your talent during your internship period, paving the way for a PPO?
So yeah, I think I mentioned it's like the two qualities I've already mentioned. So that
Like
is
you can
what
mention it
they
precisely, like consistency, and the other one was?
hard work. Yeah, hard
Yeah.
consistency and hard work I mentioned. So I'm giving you examples also how they look at you
Okay.
like in that phase. So when you begin working when I begin with the project, so at that point of time I had zero idea of the manufacturing process. Right? That's natural.
Yeah.
So the I have to learn from scratch like why each process, why the stems are dried, why the lamina is steamed at such and such temperature, why the temperature can't be exceeded, what is the effect of humidity on this on the product. So they at each stage, the my mentor and guide, they used to like question my understanding, how I'm trying to understand. It's not like it's a continuous process, like every day by day you are learning something. It's not that the entire week you just idle away and then on one day you go and learn the entire thing. It doesn't happen like that, right? So the hard work which you are putting in, that has to happen each and every day. That is where consistency also comes in. So and then they also see that they have the very good idea that you are coming from college, so you know nothing. So that's obvious. You know nothing of industry. You don't know anything of what type of models are used. You don't know anything of what how the manufacturing process takes place. That's quite natural to them. So if you are able to show them that yeah, I've learned this kind of machine learning for you for your project. Yeah, I've tried to understand how a PPT can impact a senior manager. I've tried to understand the process of manufacturing completely so that I can be at your company tomorrow. So that
Yeah.
is what helps you in coming to the spotlight. So if you can show before the managers your qualities of your interest, specifically in ITC, that in whichever company you're working for, that if you are interested, you will put in the efforts. So that is what they're wanting to see. If you are putting in the efforts, they will see that yes, you are interested. So they will be keeping you in the spotlight. So that's what
Yes.
is.
Okay. So, what advice, like what set of advices, like three advices you would like to give to the interns who are currently working in their organizations and are targeting for PPO?
So if you are talking about the internship phase, so the advice which I can give you is that firstly you have to show to the you have to keep very good terms with them with your managers, like those who are those who are the bosses above you. You have to like keep good terms with them. You have to understand what they want of you. Like if you are doing, maybe you are doing your work in very well, but maybe you are understanding process enough. Everything is okay, but it's not in. But maybe it's not in line with what your boss wants of you. So that is again a negative point. Say
Yeah.
your boss wants something different, then you have to understand what he wants, what he requires. That you have to deliver. If you can deliver that properly, then the PPO is done. Like it's no one can prevent you, because the senior managers and the extremely senior persons in the company, they see only for 30 minutes in the 2 months. But what entirely decides the PPO is that how your like the mentor sees you. So just keep in terms with the mentor, understand what he wants. Secondly, you have to show your like the senior managers that yes, you are interested in the company. How to show you're interested? The first and the most important part is that understand the process. Like I'm talking from the view of a core company, so the business which they are dealing in, understand the business properly, understand how they are manufacturing the product. If you are in the engineering background, I would most probably say that it be in the operations domain. Like I was in the operations domain in the graduate engineer trainee post. So if you are in this post, try to understand what the company is manufacturing, how it is manufacturing, each steps, why it is required, why they are not doing something else. I try to understand that. If you are able to show your managers that yeah, I'm interested in the manufacturing process of your company, you can show them that yeah, I have interest in my company. That is the second point. And thirdly, and the most important point is that you have to learn, you have to have a mind which wants to learn new things. Like you have come out of college, I know you are very much you must be thinking that yeah, I have learned a lot of things of electrical, mechanical, so and so. But no, you have to learn new things. You have to learn machine learning. You have to learn some what the company is doing. You have to learn it their way, not your way. So yeah, these are three things. You have to keep a good terms with the managers. You have to show your interest to the company, and also you have to have the curiosity to learn new things each and every day.
Okay. So can you like just walk us through through the moment when you received your pre-placement offer? Like how did you felt, like what was the feeling, and what were your immediate thoughts after receiving the PPO?
Yeah, so I can just visualize the day also. Like my internship ended sometime around the end of on July, so something like 25th of July, and I stay in Kolkata. So I returned, and my internship venue was in Pune. So I returned from Pune to Kolkata, and my college had already begun for the fourth year, my final year. So I was happily going to college, coming each day, but somewhere deep down, my placement season was coming up, and although I had got the clear hints that yeah, I will be getting the PPO, because after the end review, my all my managers, they had wanted to click the photo. They had wanted to click a photo with me. They were just yeah, you have done very well. I had received a lot of praises from all my managers. So somewhere at the back of my mind, I knew that yeah, I would be getting the PPO, but still I was tensed a bit. Like anything can happen in companies, right? So on I think on in the mid of August, someday, yeah, I will mention the date, also 11th of August. At that time, on a fine like on an evening, from my placement cell, I got the message that yeah, October, you have got the PPO from ITC. And so it was a dream experience for me. Like ITC, the company I had worked for 2 months, and I understood the company had a great like working experience. So the working experience, the balance of each and everything, that was like and it's the company suited me a lot. So I wanted to desperate to work in that company. So yeah, when I got the VPO, I was like, yeah, it was one of my dream come true. Like I had been working for 2 months tirelessly for this day only. So it was a very nice experience when you get the BPO. And after getting the BPO, it was only just August, the first week of August, and you have the entire 10 months right now to chill completely. So
Yeah,
from till
exactly.
August till now, from August till now, I have been chilling, no work, nothing. So yeah,
Okay.
so
So
try to get the PPO as soon as possible so you can enjoy your fourth year a lot. Actually, not enjoyment, but you will be learning a lot of new skills in your fourth year. So give the time to yourself in your fourth year so that you are not burdened by your placement season in your fourth year. So that for that the PPO is very important. And another
y-
thing, I just take 1 minute that when your companies are looking for interns, they the selection criteria is much less. Man, this means they only take online assessment and the interview. You are looking into the placement season, right? At that time, some hundreds of people and
True.
are applying for the same company, and the competition is very tough. So try as much as possible to get you an internship offer in the internship season itself. Don't wait for the placement season. I am just telling you this fact. If you are waiting in the placement season, you will be burdening yourself only. So try as much as possible, get an internship in the internship season in the third year.
I truly agree with you, Arko. Truly agree, because when you are sorted with your placement during your internship period, then you have the entire year to like actually chill, because you're relaxed from here.
Right.
So to all the folks out there who are like
Absolutely.
appearing in your internship phase, please work hard for it during that phase, because even if it's not a company like ITC, wherever you have been placed in your summer internship, you are doing your best. You're not gonna rigor as hard as the people who will be doing it during the placement process, because and in the placement
Right.
process everybody is fighting for that one position, and it's very difficult. In case of interns, they might adjust
Right.
two rather than three or four or something like that, but in case of final placement, they're not gonna, if they want to, they'll take two, they won't take four, they won't take five. So that's also one of the most
Yeah,
important thing
that
that
is the fact.
everybody.
In the internship season, I just say one. I'll just give an example. In the internship season, most of the students that they are not much aware of the like they are not prepared properly, right? So
True.
even if the company comes, most of the students don't appear for the internship. So it is very easy for you to secure an internship. But it
Hmm.
is not the same in the for you in the placement season. So
I
just
agree.
try as much as possible for you to get the internship offer.
Okay. So a huge congratulations to Arko again for your PPO.
Thank
And
you.
in a company like ITC, you're an inspiration to all the folks sitting out there and doing their internships. Guys, work hard and secure a PPO. Don't run in the placement process. Run behind the process, because it's very tiring. It's time taking, and ultimately, if you will be getting the PPO, you will be sorted for like half the year. So yes, work hard,
Absolutely.
and all the best for your future, Arco. And you have a brighter one
Thank you.
ahead,
Thank you.
it seems. So yeah, congratulations once again, and thank you guys. Do like, subscribe, and share to our YouTube channel, Skill Sapiens, and just stay tuned.